Well, hello again and welcome to Amy Mac Cooks. So, in the short time I have been making these videos, I have heard from a lot of you that you want to hear more about this guy behind me, the air fryer. And you know, I can't say I disagree with you. I really like cooking with my air fryer as well. So, let's do a little bit more with it. We've done a couple of small things with it, but let's just make a whole freaking meal. What do you say? So, tonight, for dinner, I am going to make some buffalo chicken sandwiches, and to go with that, we'll make some tater tots in the old air fryer. So let's get started. What do you say? Okay, here we have the wet work. So what I've got in the bowl there is about a breast and a half of a boneless chicken breast and a half. That I have rinsed, and now I'm going to add some seasoning to it. And what I use for seasoning is some, let me get that in frame somehow, some Slap Ya Mama. Now that stuff is pretty spicy, so you're going to want to use it sparingly unless you just want your wings thermonuclear. And hey, whatever makes you happy, you do you. I do kind of like mine a little spicy, so I'm going to put a little of that goodness in there, like so. And then I am going to mix it up real good with my hand. Now make sure you're keeping your hands clean when you're doing this, of course. But we just want to get that stuff good and coated with the seasoning. And then next we're going to move on to the flour portion of the program. Alright, to coat our chicken, we're just going to coat it in some self-rising flour. Any self-rising flour will do. And in terms of an amount for this, you're just going to use enough to coat the chicken really well. So I will show you that now. Alright, so I'm sprinkling a liberal amount of flour in there. And once again, whoop, there goes the camera. Just going to use our hands to get these nice and coated. So they are thoroughly coated, so they will fry up nice and crispy. So there you go. Hopefully that's not going to fall over again. Okay, I hear you. Some of you are saying, stop, wait a minute. You did not dip that chicken in egg after you put it in the flour, before you put it in the flour. It's alright. It will turn out perfectly, I promise you. Now, I will say that where I'm making regular fried chicken, there would be some egg up in here. But for the hot wings, or for this hot breaded chicken, don't need the egg. I don't know why. It's chemistry. I'm not a chemistry person, but it just works. Trust me on this one. It's going to turn out beautiful and golden brown and just be lovely. And we're not going to use anything but some spritzes of oil. It's going to be amazing. So let's move on to the next steps. Alright, so while the air fryer's preheating, so we can start frying up our wings, I keep wanting to call them wings because they are kind of wingy. Our little strips, I'm going to hit them with the only oil we need. We're just going to spritz them with a little bit of this stuff. So, yeah. Seriously, folks. Spritzing the top like that. I'm going to dump them in the basket. Then spritz the other side, and that is all the oil they need. Seriously. Wings are in the basket now, so we're ready to start. So we're going to set our timer for 25 minutes and our temperature for 400. So, now there's one thing that's kind of fussy about this. Setting a timer on the stove. I get to shake the basket every 5 minutes to make sure that everything's crisping up just right. So every 5 minutes throughout the cooking, I give the basket a little shake. So I'll bring you back when we shake things up. All right, my timer's just gone off, so let me show you how this works with the shaking of the basket. So you literally just take it out, give your basket a good shake, shake your stuff all around. Literally, that's it. And then, now the Go Wise has a little feature wherein the basket can be a little bit fussy to go back in, so I just lift the basket back out, put it back in, put the guard back, put her right back in. She's right back where she was. So, I'm not going to force you to see all of the shaking up, so you get the picture. You just have to, every 5 minutes, give it a good shake throughout the cooking of the wings. So I'll bring you back when we are done cooking. All right, while our wings are finishing up cooking, let's talk about sauce. Because, you know, our hot wings, our hot bits, whatever we want to call them. Hot bits? I love it. Gotta have some sauce, right? Okay, so to make your sauce, you're gonna need about 3/4 of a cup of hot sauce. Now, I use Frank's Red Hot. I grew up on the East Coast, so I consider myself kind of an East Coast girl. This is what I grew up with, so this is what I eat. You can use Texas Pete, you can use Louisiana hot sauce. I'll always say it, you do you, and I do me. But I use Frank's Red Hot. I really like it. Texas Pete is also really good too. And then I put 2 tablespoons of butter in a pot. Heat it up to when that gets melted. You put your Frank's hot sauce on, stir it around till it gets all good and melded together. And when that is nice and hot, you're gonna put it over your. You're gonna let your wings cool just a little bit when they come out of the fryer, and then you're gonna dump the hot sauce on, and your wings or your bits, whatever we're calling them. I can't stop calling them wings because I'm used to making wings. We're making sandwiches tonight with little bits. So you mix that around once those have cooled off a little bit. But I'll bring you back when we're to that point. Y'all didn't believe me when I said they were gonna look crispy, did you? Well, believe me, they're crispy. So that's what we're looking like. We're all cooked. So now we're going to dump them in a bowl to wait for the sauce to be ready to coat them with. And we will move on from there. But we're not done with the air fryer yet. Got a half bag of some tater tots. Gonna throw those in. And once again, hit those with a little oil. Oops. Get my handle back on right. So those are going to cook for 12 minutes, and I'm going to shake them up here and there, and then we're going to have tater tots to go with our lovely buffalo chicken sandwiches. Okay, now we're going to add some of our lovely hot sauce to our little hot bits and toss that around real good before we put it on our Sammy. God, I hate that word. Thanks, Rachel Ray, for putting that into our lexicon, right? So I'm going to toss this around real good so they're good and coated. I don't know if you can see much of what I'm doing. You know, I'm a cook. I don't have really great photography equipment. I'm very sorry. Most of this is done on an iPhone. So, we're going to get those good and coated, and then we'll get started putting these guys
on buns so we can plate them up and eat them with those lovely tater tots. All right, that is what we're looking like. Now I'm going to put some Lighthouse Chunky Blue cheese on that. Now, of course, you could top this with lettuce and tomato, or some, maybe you like, I don't know, pepper jack cheese or cheddar cheese or whatever kind of cheese you want. But I put Chunky Blue cheese dressing on mine and nothing else because that's how I like it. And then to go with those lovely tater tots, I got some Whataburger spicy ketchup that's going on there. So, that is my lovely Hot Bites buffalo chicken sandwich. I hope it's inspired you to try it. You can also do this with just a chicken breast if you don't want to cut stuff up and just do it that way and put it on a bun. You can also make chicken wings this way. You just get a package of chicken wings from the store. Same thing. You're just going to cook it for 25 minutes and shake it up every 5 minutes. So there you go. I'm going to get to my sandwich before my cat decides to eat it for me. And just remember, if Amy Mac cooks, pretty much everybody else can too. Talk to you soon.